Hey guys, I hope you are really well. Today I am going to be sharing with you guys a moment in my life of when I nearly drowned. I was putting my makeup on for YouTube to film some videos and I thought, why not just share this story with you guys while I'm doing my makeup. Also, I recently got into reading again, and so I decided to put the book that I'm reading at the current moment in the background of each of my videos when I get the chance, to just show you guys what I'm reading at the moment and what I've been loving about that novel. So at the moment I am reading Who Says You Can't? You Do by Daniel Shidiak. I'm so sorry if I can't pronounce that. So I already put on my foundation. All that I put on was this e.l.f. primer with my beauty blender, which is here, and my go-to foundation is Fenty Beauty. So these are my go-to. I've tried so many other foundations and this one always seems to be my favorite. So then I go in with the Cover FX Light. So starting the story, basically I was 6 years old and I had a best friend, and he was a boy and he was also 6, and my family was best friends with his family. So we would always love to go to beaches and stuff. So the first ever time that we went to a beach, it was like a really wavy beach. It wasn't just like a calm chill one. There was heaps of waves. In Australia, if you don't know, Australian beaches are just very wavy and stuff, and right now I am just dabbing my foundation. So after that I like to bronze. This is the brush that I use, and this is the bronzer. So I really wanted to swim, and my best friend, he also really wanted to swim, and 6-year-olds, you know, crazy, spontaneous, we wanted what we wanted, right? So he took me by the hand and we just ran for it. We just ran to the shore, and my family and his family were like, oh cute, like they're just gonna be playing on the shore. So he was not aware that I couldn't swim, but we really like to bodyboard as well. Next thing I know is I am literally meters away from the shore, and I am literally being dragged into like the middle of the ocean. And I don't know if you guys live in Australia or you've ever been to Australia, but the currents in Australia are horrible. I'm also just doing like a 3, like, you know, that like Kim Kardashian look with the contouring. Yeah, how should I name him? Let's call him Rob. So Rob the 6-year-old, I could have thought of a better name. Okay, James is a cuter, better 6-year-old name. So James is like, no, come on, like don't be a pussy, but obviously he didn't say don't be a pussy, like don't be a chicken, like let's go, let's swim to the shore. I didn't possibly know what that entailed, and I was just like, I don't want to be a chicken. Who you calling a chicken? So I went with him, and he was kind of taking me on a board. So I think he was aware that I didn't really know how to swim, but you know, he couldn't really completely grasp that. So after this, I am going to highlight. I like to double highlight, so with the same beauty blender, I like to use the NARS Illuminator concealer, not concealer, highlighter, but to be honest, I don't really like it. I don't like liquid highlighters. I literally just smashed this into tiny pieces and I caught it with like an inch of my fingers. Wow, feeling very lucky right now. This would have all been cracked. But he kind of figured out that I couldn't swim at that point, but I was all the way at the very back shore with him. He could swim, he could stay afloat. I think that our parents just got to talking and they stopped kind of watching. But that's just what happens when you literally like turn your head for a second in a conversation. Like, it's not even the parents' fault, it's the fact that kids are so quick and the current was so quick that we ended up like literally in the middle of the ocean. I remember James yelling like, hold on to the bodyboard. I was holding on to the board, but I felt myself slipping, and James was trying to save me, but he's a 6-year-old boy himself and he didn't know what to do. So he started yelling, dad, dad, like at his dad, because his dad and his mom was there, and my dad and my mom was there. And then he was like, dad, dad, and like no one could hear us because we were literally in the middle of the ocean. It was so terrifying. Like, so I was holding onto the bodyboard, and because there were like heaps of waves, I couldn't hold on. And I started to go under, and I started gasping for air, and before I know it, I was like sinking down into the ocean. And I could just feel someone swooping in and just literally like grabbing me like this and just hauling me up into the air. And by that point, I didn't lose consciousness. Like, this was just like a couple of seconds. I don't know how, but like James's dad was a freaking machine. Like, he like bolted. Like, I think in that moment, as we have been gone and they didn't see us, they were just like, what the fuck? Where are our children? Where the fuck are our children? So James's dad like bolted in, like swam so fast. He was a really sporty guy, so he, you know, really quickly came in to help us. I felt so sick and I couldn't breathe, and I was like, it was so terrifying. And he was just like, hold on to me, can you hold on to me? He was just swimming so fast from like the ocean to the very, very shore. From that point on, honestly, I don't remember what happened. Like, I blacked out, or, you know, child's memory. I'm gonna let all of that sit for a while, and I'm just gonna be doing my brows. After that moment, and I'm using Sleek Gel, everyone asks me, how is your skin so amazing, so smooth? Not my skin, my brows. How are your brows so amazing? It is because I use Sleek makeup. I've been using it for years, and if this gets discontinued, I will cry, because I don't know how to do my brows without this thing. Like, I have mastered how to do my brows just solely on this. I think my mum was like crying, yelling. My mum was screaming at James, and like, I felt so bad for him. But she was like, don't you know she doesn't know how to swim? Teach your child how to swim at an early age, number one. And number two, you have to keep your child in your eye for 18 years straight. Soon after that, actually within the week, my mum was like, wow, we have to teach you how to swim. And the great big happy ending from that was I developed my sport as a child through swimming. I started learning how to swim at the age of 6, and like, I looked up to Ian Thorpe. Like, I started going to lessons every single week. I would like partake in swimming competitions and like swimming racing. A lot of people don't know that about me, and in year 6 and like year 5, I would be in like the top level, and I'm so grateful for that, because as a child, I hated team sports. I hated soccer, I hated netball, I hated all of that, but swimming was just something that really just did it for me. Without that, I would not have learnt how to swim as good. It was overall, towards the end, a great experience. I think that like storytelling is such a great thing, because it teaches people a lesson on just life in general. That was the end of my story, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, you guys. I'm gonna finish this whole thing off. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.